In May 2010, WGL Stone Clean were contracted to clean and renovate nearly 200 terrace properties in the Hyde Park area of Doncaster, designated the Six Streets Regeneration Project. There were three main work elements to the contract: to clean the carbon-stained brickwork, to remove paint from stone window heads and sills, and to repair the cleaned heads and sills with a lime repair mortar prior to repainting. There were some other conditions attached to the contract. Permanent scaffolding was not permitted, and all access and work equipment was to be removed from site at the end of each working day. The site was also immediately adjacent to one of the HSE's Doncaster offices, and there were some particularly disadvantaged families at the bottom of the site. WGL Stone Clean's SteamAct process was rapidly adopted for brickwork cleaning. The combination of a mild acid spray and superheated steam wash-off was quick, caused little disturbance to members of the public from overspraying, and produced highly satisfactory results. The original schedules produced by the client specified abrasive grip blasting for the removal of the paint from the stone window heads and sills. After a couple of trials, it was quickly apparent that traditional abrasive grip blasting would not be suitable for this contract. There were several disadvantages. Grip blasting is very noisy, and many of the local families had young children that slept during the day. Equally, many people in the area worked shifts. Grip blasting produces copious amounts of dust at high velocities. The sealing around the existing doors and windows was indifferent, and replacement of these elements formed another part of the regeneration process. We were therefore concerned that we could easily fill a given house with dust in a matter of seconds. The dust nuisance also extended to the many parked cars found in the streets. Finally, a trial quickly established that the underlying stone forming the window head and sills was quite soft. Once the paint was removed, the blast process could quickly damage the stone. Finally, a secure store for the compressor and blast equipment was only available some distance away from the site, adding significant setup time to an already shortened working day. Grip blasting was therefore abandoned as a solution to the paint removal problem. We then turned our attention to the potential use of modern paint dissolvers coupled with the use of superheated steam. Initial trials showed some promise, but for the best results, paint dissolvers should be left for at least 24 hours. The client refused to expose the residents to these chemicals, even if they were left covered. We also discovered that the superheated steam wash-off could also penetrate the indifferent window ceiling. After further trials, we discovered that by adapting some existing power tool heads from other industrial sectors, notably marine, we could quickly and efficiently remove the paint without generating huge volumes of dust and without significantly damaging the stone substrate. Indeed, we also found a very effective finishing disc that gave a near-perfect finish result. The use of the various heads, which we now call power paint removal, PPR, produced little or no dust ingress to the houses, generated a debris that was quick to clean up and remove, and did not cause car owners to complain about dust damage to the paintwork of their vehicles. After a couple of weeks training in the use of the various heads, we found that times to clean a given head or sill were comparable, once cleanup was included, to the times recorded by abrasive grip blasting. The finishing cut applied also made the work of the painters that followed us round that much easier. The excellent results from PPR are readily discernible from these pictures. PPR is yet another significant process improvement from WGL Stone Clean to put alongside SteamAct, the use of ultrasonically stimulated nozzles for dust suppression, the development of water-shielded dry blast nozzles, and the adoption of vibratory and orbital saws for mortar raking.